bit back, I picked up myself 30 of, let me get some light on it. Yeah, that's a dead one. 30 TAA300 vintage 1960s Mullard 1-watt amplifier ICs. Anyway, yeah, it was after a discussion with a mate. He was reminiscing on many years back when he was working in the shop, how they was getting stuff in for service that used to use them. So anyway, I found some online. I thought, sorry, I'm buying them. The price was okay-ish. Anyway, so yeah, I knocked up a board, and here it is. So if you're wondering why there's one upside down in the heatsink, it's because, annoyingly, slight mistake on the schematic. There's supposed to be, it shows on the schematic, a 47 nanofarad cap going from the output to 0V. But the output also, you see where those two pot symbols are on the board. The output also has a potentiometer going to a nether pin, which sets the bias current in the output transistors. When I drew the schematic out, annoyingly connected that 47 nanofarad cap up to the wrong side of that pot. One side of it is the output, one side of it's the bias input. I connected it to the bias input, so it was oscillating like crazy. Well, it was all right on the bench to start with. When I brought it over here to just so I could hook it up to a loudspeaker, and I was getting no audio out of it, and then all of a sudden it started making funny noises, and yeah, the chip was red hot. And after that, took it to the bench. Eventually went through everything, voltages and stuff, all seemed okay, but it just wasn't outputting audio. So I thought, right, that one last ditch attempt, I'll change the chip. Changed the chip, powered it up, and everything was fine again. Bias current and stuff again was all fine. So as soon as you try to apply signal though, it would just break into oscillation. Yeah, and I eventually found the mistake. But even after changing it, I've always found a good way to test an amplifier stability is put like a 100 nanofarad cap over the output, between output and ground, which is what this circuit's telling you to do essentially. Well, it says 47 nanofarad. Anyway, I found changing it to 100 nanofarad and putting it in series with a 4.7 ohm resistor made it work better. It was still sounding a bit distorted and a bit unstable, and I've had to put an additional 100 nanofarad cap on the back of the board just for stability, because the one I've put on is a bit too far from it to really work too well. So yeah, as always with anything like this, when you make your first prototype one of it, you get stuff wrong. So anyway, but yes, I've got a load of them, but it works. It does, yeah, to start off it was sounding really distorted and nasty, but no, it's fine now. So I've got some dodgy Molex connectors on there, but no, she's getting that vintage 1960s sound. Everything's on clip leads, the dodginess is extreme, but yeah, there you are. So just a little random one. I've been trying to get back into some tinkering, so I've got to service my little valve amp at some point. It's going to get a bit of a hum on because the caps are dying in it. They were old caps when I put them in it, and yeah, it's getting noisy now, but no. So you know, I'm going to turn this off and hook the speaker back up to that and turn that back on, watch a film or something. I reckon I'm done for the day. The other thing is, well, I was getting a load of noise here when I'm on the scope. I recently put some backlighting behind these units, and it's proper old school cold cathode fluorescent lighting. I've not got round to wiring in properly yet, but yeah, so you can see it's proper, and of course they use a high voltage, high frequency inverter to drive them. And I was thinking, where's all this bloody noise coming from? Like, duh. Yeah, it's also running off a 12-volt switch mode supply as well. So anyway, hey ho. But no, it works, so that's all good. I was thinking I might knock these up as a board at some point to make as a little kit amp for people who want like that vintage 60s amplifier sound. So yeah, anyway, I shrink the board down a bit, tweak the design a little bit, and but no, she works. Happily runs off a 9-volt battery, or you could run it off a 9-volt supply, would be better, but I'm just testing it. So yeah, you see I've got it under biased a bit, to be honest. It's only drawing 4.5 milliamps, and 2 of them's in that LED. So yeah, but I didn't have any pots lying around that were the right value for that, so I just shoved like an 8K2 resistor in it, so it at least had some bias. But yeah, hey ho. Anyway, thanks for watching.